What's up guys? So today I'm going to be talking about the Rubik's Cube and some things that I found interesting as I was picking it up that I thought you should know. So let's just get into it. Yay! So I already got into Rubik's Cube in primary school. Like I got a friend of mine who just introed me the cube. I thought it was an interesting puzzle. I couldn't solve it at first. After searching online, I found this YouTuber called Dan Brown. No, not the same as the Angel and Demons guy, but this YouTuber, really old video, I think it's like a 2007 video of how to solve the Rubik's Cube. I thought it was interesting, so I picked it up and I learned how to solve the beginner method of the Rubik's Cube. And yeah, I got really into it, mainly only the 3x3. I think most people will actually tried one of these cubes. I got better and better, I practiced a lot, brought it around with me everywhere when I was a kid, and probably practiced to about 1.5 minutes, and I couldn't get faster than that. Like I remember I tried to speed up my cube by putting Vaseline, petroleum jelly in the cube. So I kind of dropped the whole thing together and didn't play it for a while. Then during circuit breaker, I was packing my stuff and clearing my things. I found the Rubik's Cube again. I just decided to try it out again. I realized there's a different method to solve the cube. So instead of using the beginner method, there's this method called F2L where the cubers would solve the first 2 layers together at the same time. So I decided to learn that, and yeah, drastically and dramatically my timings actually shifted by a lot, and I realized that I could solve the cube a lot faster. And I think that started with this new phase of wanting to solve the cube and just buying new cubes. And when I got into it this year, I realized there's so many things different about the cube that I didn't know about, which I think would be interesting to share. Here we go. The first fact about the Rubik's Cube is the best Rubik's Cube brand is not by Rubik's. In fact, they don't even call it Rubik's Cube anymore. They call it the Speed Cube. And these Speed Cubes are mostly China brands that just churn out better and faster cubes than Rubik's, and so that actually saves cubers a lot of time in their solves. This is one of the first cubes I got when I was young, and you can see that actually the turns are really rough, and in fact actually I got annoyed with this cube because every time I would turn it, it would explode. Yep, just like that. And break apart sometimes when I turn it at a certain angle, so yeah, it's kind of frustrating when I was first solving it when I was young. Then I realized there are even better, faster cubes out there that actually turn smoothly and actually can move faster than the Rubik's brand. So yeah, fun fact number 1, the best cubes are not made by Rubik's. Number 2, the China cubes can actually be cheaper than the Rubik's brand. So I think if you search online store, you can search the Rubik's brand, it's probably about $20. But if you search for other Chinese brands like this 4x4, it only costs $4 Sing with shipping. Yeah. So yes, that's fact number 2. Number 3 is solving the 3x3, 4x4 and 5x5 similar or the same. And it's actually pretty similar. I think like maybe the 4x4 and 5x5 have some other things that the 3x3 doesn't have, like trying to solve the centers. In a regular 3x3, there's only like a fixed center. In a 4x4, you can see that the centers kind of change and shift and there's no center focus. So you kind of have to fix the center up first. But actually, it's not that you solve the cube like a 3x3, but there is a stage after solving all the centers and edges, you can solve the cube like a 3x3. So yeah, you don't solve it exactly the same way, but there is a 3x3 stage for 4x4 and 5x5. And you have some additional algorithms you have to memorize for parity. So interesting fact number 4, there are actually world competitions for the Rubik's Cube. Fun fact about this competition is the fastest Rubik's Cube 3x3 solve is actually 3.47 seconds. Yeah, it's fast. Yeah, you can actually solve the cube pretty fast. My current best would probably only be about 30 seconds, so I got a long way to go. But the interesting thing about these competitions is actually there are interesting categories where you can compete in. One of these competitions is challenging you to find the least number of steps for the problem or for the mess in the puzzle. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Interesting fact 5, there are different kind of solutions for everything. So the solution for solving a 3x3 is actually different from one that you are solving a 3x3 blindfolded. So there are actually different algorithms and different methods to do these things. I thought that was interesting because I always thought that they were using the same method, but I didn't know that there were different forms of solutions for different types of solves. So yeah, that's an interesting fact for me. So interesting fact 6. So some cubes actually come magnetic. Yeah, I didn't know there were such things when I got into it this year, but I found out that some cubes are magnetic and they actually help the pieces stay together. And at first I thought the magnets just serve as a way for the cube to stick together when you flick it. That's one of the reasons why you have the magnets in. But it also helps to hold the cube together while you turn. If you're turning the outer layer, the middle layer stays together, and if you're turning the middle layer, the two layers can turn together. So how fast do I solve it? I was actually trying to go under 15 seconds, but as I was solving it, it's actually really quite hard to solve. You have to actually memorize a set of different cases and scenarios and possibilities, and then you execute the moves and the steps that you memorize. So these are like the different algorithms I have to memorize for the different possibilities or cases that may arise. So yeah, I'm not there yet, and I don't intend to go that far, so I think I'll just be happy with my 30 seconds off, and I won't go further than that. So yeah, actually it's a pretty interesting puzzle. You can pretty much just scramble it and just solve it. There are millions of possibilities with the scramble on the cube, and I just find it satisfying that you could just solve the cube every single time. And you can get one under $4, man. Like, come on, that's cheap, man. Okay guys, thanks for watching this one about Rubik's Cube. Hope you learned something new today and hope you find it interesting. Just let me know what you think, or you can drop me a private message on my socials. Yeah, so thanks guys, hope everyone's having a good week, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye! So if you're still hanging around to the end of the video, actually as of recording this right now, I just finished editing the video that you just watched earlier, when I found out that there will be actually a documentary about speed cubing coming out on Netflix on 29th of July. It's called The Speed Cubers, so if you're interested in what I just talked about, definitely check out the documentary coming out 29th of July. It features like all the really prominent speed cubers around the world right now. So yeah, do check that out.